The Government Alliance on Race and Equity, or GARE, is a national network of governments working to achieve racial equity. The city of Edina recently joined the city of Bloomington, Hennepin County, and other Minnesota government entities as members of GARE. Edina TV's Scott Denfeld takes a look at the city's participation in this project.
The city decided to apply to be part of the Government Alliance for Race Equity cohort that they partner with the League of Minnesota Cities.
Here is the first session in 2017 of the Advancing Racial Equity Speaker Series.
The Edina GARE team consists of 9 people. There's 5 staff members, 3 Human Rights Commission members, and then 1 council member. What is really exciting is that all of the 5 staff members actually volunteered to be part of the program.
We've just started. So in January we had our first seminar where we learned quite a bit.
So the work that we are doing together is really about understanding how we can create sustainable long-term change.
So this is a new program for Edina, but fortunately for us, we've had neighboring cities complete the program last year. So we're already starting to learn a lot from them.
I think there was just a lot of interest around this issue. We saw kind of what was going on nationally. We also saw the demographics of our community.
It's really interesting because you see a lot of enthusiasm from different organizations, but also the knowledge. Because there are delegates that were part of the 2016 team. So they've already started the process that we're starting, and they're more in the action and implementation phase.
Mr. Anthony and Mr. Harris talked about the history of local government practices and how they've contributed to racial inequity, sometimes intentionally, but just as often unintentionally.
One of the things that we want to make sure is happening on a consistent basis is that the services you receive or the way policies or procedures are enforced are not affected based on someone's race, whether that be intentional or unintentional.
I didn't think coming into this that it was quite as complex or as broad of an issue as it is. I thought, okay, I'll learn about some racial equity and then we'll start forming, but it's a lot more complex than I think one realizes.
And we've come through an era of our history where we really had race-neutral policies.
No matter what your views or standpoint or background is, race is a really difficult subject to talk about.
I do a talk with second graders where I talk about the history of the city of St. Louis Park. And I point to the back wall in city council chambers where the photographs of all of our past mayors are. And I say, but what don't you see on that wall? And they know right away. You know, I don't have to explain it much more than that.
And so one of the things that we really as a group have been working on is even how to normalize those conversations about race so that you can have educated and informed discussions and be able to listen to other people's point of view without immediately getting defensive.
I think once people become more aware of what racial equity is and just looking at some of the disparities, I really think people will be really receptive to it because we just, you know, subconsciously a lot of people don't even realize it, I think.
The GARE team will participate in extensive training throughout the year and will share their work with the City Council's Race and Equity Task Force.